Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
Had an up-and-down rookie season, but at times definitely showed exactly why he was so highly regarded coming out of college. Threw for 20 touchdowns as a rookie, but expects to take a massive leap with his new head coach, Ben Johnson, calling plays and designing the offense.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, here's Williams. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. To the air, Williams will try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And in recent seasons, he's really elevated his game and become one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL when he's out there leading his squad. He completed over 72% of his passes last season, which led the league, and he's looking to be even better in this season.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And the tight end goes in motion left. Looking to pass. Tua will find his tight end. That's Waller. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Shifts by him at the 25. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
To throw, Williams. That's to the sideline and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And they'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Tua. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, Achane. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That was a corner blitz, and it was Kyler Gordon getting in there for the sack. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
A 2-yard gain brings up
Throwing is Williams. Keeps himself upright. It's just a game of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And this one not going anywhere. They give it to 44 for a gain of just a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
To throw, it's Williams. And that will be incomplete. Fatu Melifonwu, the one in coverage, and he breaks it up.
How about the show put out by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them give it an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, 1st down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Dolphins.
Tua, fast pass outside, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
First down, Miami.
In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A run straight ahead with Achane. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball.
And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Walter Nolan drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Here's Williams. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bajan. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
To throw is Bajan. To the sideline and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this 1st half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Wilson. Pressure comes and down he goes. Dido Odengbo collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And here's Jake Bailey now.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started.
They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10.
Throwing now, Bajan.
Pass incomplete.
Bajan's pass.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Number 29, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw, Bajan.
Steps away to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Bears. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
An inside run with Jenkins.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
Throwing here, Bajan.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Now Bajan to throw.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Tyson Bajan.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Miami set to take over.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
A gain of 14. And the Dolphins 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
It went right back to it, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Wilson.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Here's Bajan. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll give up the middle. Jenkins.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd down at the 29-yard line.
Once again, Jenkins. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. Let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He's across midfield.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing is Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Washington. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Wilson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you have a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 6.
We'll swing this out to Jenkins.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter. But you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 32-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 18.
And the Dolphins first down.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Diallo Dangbo picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. To throw is Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Sanders' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Complete to Washington.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Walter Nolan
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. The Chicago offense set to get started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
That'll give them 8 that time. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 35-yard line.
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Bajan.
And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Santos' kick is up and through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Boy, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you said, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense.
They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Play action. Now Wilson. That is caught. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
First down, Dolphins.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right.
It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Shifts by at the 15. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back now at Soldier Field.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
For a Chicago Bears.
Jenkins going to run it out of the gun.
That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Throwing now, Bajan.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Wilson. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Wilson on the keeper.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
13 yards. And the Dolphins
In motion is Washington.
Now it's Wilson. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
First down, Dolphins.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
Going to run with Madison again. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Derek Harmon in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll run it with Judkins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Judkins. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
It's a gain of 2. And the Bears first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
The 35-yard line.
Throwing here, Bajan. Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
3rd down and 9.
Now Bajan to throw. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So the Dolphins now down 13-6, 2:13 remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Washington. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed.
It's got to have it time. 4th and 9.
It's fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to get going again.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper.
That's good. For Bears, first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Judkins fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Johnson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 3rd and short, going with a tight end.
And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
They'll try it now with Judkins.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
Yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
One last shot for Wilson.
This ball intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.